Good morning. So I'm just on my way to Talisker Bay, which is supposed to be quite a nice volcanic beach, and it has a waterfall on there. Now on the road, on the way, past that mountain range behind me, and that interesting bit of cloud up there. So I decided to stop by the side of the road to get some images in. And one of the first images I've got, I've stood in the middle of the road rather precariously. I wouldn't do this later on in the day, but I've got a nice shot with the pointy mountain that you can see behind me here. You should probably just make it out about there. That centered up in the middle of the road. Nice wispy cloud on it. Makes for a good shot. And the mountain range in total is really stunning. So I've got a couple of shots of that. Now I'm going to continue my journey to Talisker Bay. We've made it to Talisker Bay. Still have about 1.5 2 mile walk to actually get down to the sea and to the waterfall, but we're here. It's not even 7 o'clock in the morning yet, so it's quite reasonably quiet at the moment. Just a few wild animals. To say this road is sketchy, well, that's an understatement. Some of the potholes have been really deep. Deeper than even my car can take. So I've had to be quite careful driving down, so I haven't got much footage of the drive in. But we're here safely, and that's what matters. So let's get down to this beach. So we've made it down to Talisker Bay. Now this beach is absolutely gorgeous, and this black sand that we've got on this beach, mixed in with the normal white sand, is very reminiscent of what you'd see in Iceland. In fact, they all landscape on Skye is reminiscent of what you'd see on Iceland. Probably shared a similar ecosystem back in the day. Definitely going to have to get some photos of this beach, because I love the streaks that have been made in it. I think a photograph would make that look really good. There's a sea stack over there. That sea stack is slowly being cut off by the sea. I wouldn't mind getting a photograph of that with the beach in front of it. I think I'm going to have to get those two photographs now, and then I'm going to have to get over there to the waterfall. The problem is I don't know if that waterfall becomes locked if the tide comes in, so I'm going to have to be very careful as to whether this tide is coming in or not. And I can pretty much see the line, so I think I'll be able to get back if it does. And even if it does start coming in rapidly, I've got plenty of time to hobble back. So I think I'm going to set up now, get a couple of shots here, because this will disappear if the tide does come in. That will still be there, and worst case I can use the drone to get a photo of that. So I'm going to get it set up and get these photos now. Okay, the first shot's quite straightforward. I'm set up down here using that black rock as foreground interest, and the streaks in the sand leading off. I'll just show you on here. Streaks in the sand are leading off through the image. Now I'm using the polarizer. For a change, I'm not actually taking reflection off or anything like that. I'm actually using the polarizer to enhance the dark contrast in the black sand, so it should bring it out a bit more, which means I'll have to do less of that in the edit. I want these images to look as close to how they look as possible without having to do too much editing. Now, the next thing I'm going to do, now I've taken this shot, I can safely walk across the beach without putting footprints on, so I haven't ruined my shot. So I'm going to walk over there now. I'm going to get close to those rocks you can see in the distance. I'm going to get low down again. I'm going to get a photograph looking across towards that sea stack. I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to use the polarizer not just to take the reflection off the water, but to darken everything down, increase the contrast and bring out the greens in those grass that's on there. I think that will make for a really good shot. Now I can tell the tide is coming in, so I've got a very limited time budget to get over to the waterfall, so I'm going to get that shot now. If these shots are any good, I'll put them up for you. There's nothing particularly special about the settings on this one. It's F10, ISO 100, and the shutter speed, I did have to change it, so we'll have to double check that, is 1/60th of a second. I had it on a higher shutter speed before, but it was too dark, so I needed to knock that down a bit. That next shot is going to be about the same because the light hasn't changed much, so I imagine the settings will be exactly the same. Either way, I will put them up with the picture. Here they come. Okay, so I'm not going to get any close to the waterfall. The tide is definitely coming in. I know it's coming in because the little island of sand over there has disappeared and it's getting soggy under my feet. tripod's actually sinking into the sand at the moment, but I'm at 135mm zoomed into the waterfall, and I think I've got a perfectly serviceable shot. Got the water flowing nicely down the cliff, got all that green, got the contrasting dark coloured rock. I think I've done alright there, but I'm not going to risk getting trapped behind there for about 12 hours when I've got several other places to go today. So just for one shot, I'm going to take it from here. I think I'm going to turn the camera around in a moment and get another shot of the sea stack with the sea surrounding it. And then I'm getting in like flint up there, because this is going to get very soggy soon here. Well worth it though. I'll put these images up now for you, and I'll come back when we're at safety.